Hello and welcome back, Box1 here, and today we're going to be looking at these very cool little Fabuland pamphlets from 1982 and then I believe 1979 are these two. They're pretty cool, they're pretty old, and they have some pretty cool little old Lego history type things in them. But yeah, they should be pretty interesting. I guess we'll start with the older stuff since we have two of them. These are not the same, they just have the same cover art. And then we can get on to the newer one, or I guess newer as in 1982. The first one simply just opens up and you can see this is the cover. On the other side, or I guess on the folded out version, it has all these LEGO themes, including Duplo for preschool, and the old Universal building sets, Fabuland, Classic Legoland, and Space is also included in there, Homemaker, and Expert Builder. It has another little thing with some more of the sets on it, including Lionel Lion, if you know him, Ricky Raccoon down here, I believe that's Edward Elephant, and some other cool little characters that you may know. It's pretty cool. It says some easy things, basically saying big pieces, easy to build, basically telling parents that this is for younger kids. Very nice. Simply flipping it over, you can see the other side has, of course, some kids playing with it, and these kids now are in their 40s or 50s, so kind of crazy. But there's just some information about Fabuland, of course, and then a bunch of the sets, which are very cool. I'll kind of show them like this. Lionel Lion's big like mansion is a very cool set, very big set as well. You can see some of the other ones. I have the instructions to this one. This one, but I don't have the actual set. I don't know where that is. And Elton Elephant, not Edward. Okay. Good to know. Moving on, we can see the taxi station, ice cream shop, service station, and cottage, as well as just the hospital, which is also a pretty cool one, Charlie Crow's carryall, and of course, the Honey Bunny's camper. We do get something kind of like a comic here with Charlie Crow, and his little trash can here. Kind of interesting, trying to get out of the rain. And that is about it for this one. Now we can move on to the smaller one with the same cover art, but different contents. And once folded out, you can see the cover art, as well as some of the other sets of the time, including Andy Panda and Chester Chimp, that's the one we saw before, Charlie Crow's carryall, ice cream shop, service station, Honey Bunny's camper, and Barney Bear, as you can see in a different order from what they were. Same picture as before, but this time in this section. And you'll see that they are pretty similar, they just have slightly different positioning of stuff. Again, some more sets, and flipping it over, which we can just simply do, you see this, the hospital, taxi station, and cottage, some little information about Fabuland, and the big fold-out thing that we saw earlier. And finally, some new stuff, such as Andy Panda, I believe it's Andy Panda and Chester Chimp, as we saw previous, little comic about them. Just some fun there. And some sets, which is pretty nice as well, with the hospital, the cottage, ice cream shop, and Honey Bunny's camper. It also lists the date. This is 1981, not 1979. What's the other one? Is that 1979? 1981. Okay, I was wrong about that. I need to get my information straight. Goodness. But anyway, that's the two 1981 sets. I would have put that disclaimer at the beginning, but yeah. Pretty cool. I quite like these, or not sets, but pamphlets. Pretty nice. The next one is this 1982 catalog, the right date this time, and it is, well, this actually is where more of my sets come from. I only have one complete set from 1979, and this is going to be a bit more interesting. You can see it's a bit more dirty, but it has a pretty cool little cover art here. Folding it out, like the other one, there are themes here, this time with different set pictures, as you can see. Some later sets in space and town, and then some more Homemaker sets, which are pretty cool, with this boat and boat sets, of course. Expert Builder, and the other stuff. Moving on, another little comic with, I believe, what is her name? His name. Cornelius Cat. There we go. But yeah, Cornelius Cat there with also him here. And it's pretty cool. Just him fishing right there and, well, catching a fish before he takes a picture. Next up, we can see some kids building a Lego Fabuland set. And these, I don't think, they're not the same kids from the other one, I don't think, right? No, they are not, I don't believe. The next page shows a different graphic here, with some pretty interesting stuff. Basically saying the same things, but easy to build a fantasy village and collect them all, which is something I would definitely want to do. On the next page, you can see some more Fabuland sets here, which are very cool. Some houses, some other stuff. And I also believe that these sets were not on the previous one, except for Charlie Crow's Carry-All and this one. I guess some of them were on the previous, but there's a lot of new ones here, like the Country Cottage, which I have, and these smaller ones, which were very cool. And you can see the packaging that they would come in, which I did show in my videos as well. But yeah, that's basically it for all these manuals. And by manuals, I do mean pamphlets. I'm just terrible at speaking. But these are pretty cool. I quite like them. I think they're pretty interesting. And they kind of show some of the other sets of the time that maybe I could work on collecting in the future. Although it's super hard to find Fabuland sets, especially in the Americas, in person. I mean, you can find them online easy, obviously. But in person, which is how I do it, it gets really hard. But yeah, pretty cool. I quite like these, and I hope you like them too. Just a little look into old Fabuland and Lego. I shall see you next time, where I don't know what we'll be doing, but hopefully it'll be fun. Goodbye.